happy and they felt their vibrations were all right. But it was not so. So be on the alert. See. Ask each other to check you. Be humble about it. You must go on checking. Unless and until you check yourself, how will you know what's the thing you are catching? Ask others to check you and be humble, very humble about it. Do not take things for granted, because unless and until we transform ourselves, Sahajayoga has no meaning to you. You see, it would be very material way of expression of Sahajayoga. Like this radio or this transistor or this loudspeaker are just radiating. We have to know that Sahajayoga is not just to pass energy through us. Like all other material things are passing energy. This mic is passing the energy, this transistor is passing the energy, and all other such things are just passing the energy. Nothing goes into them. Like an artist is singing and nothing passes into the radio. In the same way, if our power starts flowing because somehow the Kundalini has been connected with the mains, it has not done its job, neither you have done any justice to yourself. So you have to absorb that flow of the digest within you and assimilate it and transform yourself. The Ganges would be flowing, but if it is flowing through the stony area, the stones are not going to absorb anything from the river Ganges. But if it is flowing through fertile land, everybody will be making use of that water. So you have to make use of your Kundalini by transforming yourself. Try to transform. See that how much you transform. Now the expectation about Kundalini becomes so Sahaja, they call it, in the very funny manner, that people think that Kundalini should work it out itself, while we are stones on both the sides, and the Kundalini is going to work it out, which is very, very wrong idea. If the river Ganges is flowing, you have to go to the river. You have to fill your pitchers. You have to have beautiful pitchers. You have to carry them. You have to bring them home and then use the water for enrichment of your food, of your household. In the same way, if you cannot transform yourself, if you cannot change yourself, then this Kundalini will be just going like a thin line and you will be catching all the time and there won't be much progress. The progress must be shown outside. Those who think that by saying mantras morning till evening, they are going to achieve much, they are sadly mistaken. It's all mechanical then. So many people have a habit of all the time shouting mantras. It's not habit. Mantras should open your chakras, otherwise it has no meaning. They should be used properly at key points, with great respect, with great understanding, and then allow them to open your chakras by which you take the water in of that great thing known as Kundalini. The greatest blessing will come to you through her love, but not the way people are. Just they think there should be no transformation. If you are identified with your ego and think you are all right, you are sadly mistaken. You have to transform completely within yourself. Some people, if their circumstances are changed, then they feel very well and they think, oh, they have achieved the highest. It is not so. It is only the circumstance that has changed, only the atmosphere that has changed, and that makes you feel that you have achieved something great. You have to achieve it wherever you are. It should be retained and must be there. But by coming to a quieter place, you can pay more attention. That's why you are here. But by coming here, if you just feel nice and think that, oh, you have achieved everything, then you are sadly mistaken. You have to grow in this atmosphere. You have come here to grow and to be changed, to be a different person altogether. Do not be identified with your ego and do not get satisfied with something that you're feeling nice and good. That's not the way to look at things. You have to transform yourself and see for yourself how are you behaving, how are you feeling about it. Are you taking a new view of things or not? Now the worst thing that comes in the way of ego is obstinacy, of your own obstinacy. Obstinate people are extremely difficult and they find pride in their obstinacy and they'll go on saying that yes, I'm obstinate, what to do. If you take pride in all such nonsensical things, then you carry the load of these stones on your head, this life, next life and many lives to come that you have been doing. All such stones must be dropped immediately and should shake them off because you have to achieve your beauty. You are seeing how a flower shakes off all that is not needed, blooms out, pierces its head outwards, opens out, just to give fragrance to others. If you want to give fragrance to others, how far fragrance within you? Is there fragrance within you that you are going to give fragrance to others? So that is what one has to find out and has to do it. First and foremost thing, how far you can love others, how far you can fulfill your duties as a husband, wife, child, father, mother, everything. It is not the way people understand Sahajayoga is that you hang in the air somewhere and then you say that I'm alright. Of course there are difficult people and difficult relationships, but a Sahajayogi must have a very detached view of the whole thing and should be able to correct all those problems that exist and should take a very strong and stern view of the people who are not Sahaja in their family and around and tell them off that what are you doing? Are you going to carry on like this all your lives and are going to die with all this load on your heads or are you going to get rid of it? But first of all you have to be alright. Now in our being we have manas from the left hand side, it comes to the right hand and goes backwards, and we have also got ahankara, which is the ego, which comes up on the right hand side, from the right hand side to the left hand side, and in the brain it comes forward, on the left hand side it moves. So with these two things, ego and superego, manas and ahankara we have got. In between these two is the buddhi, is the intelligence, is between. But this intelligence, if it is not balanced by wisdom, by buddhi, it can be very dangerous. And it records all that you are doing. It knows what you are doing. But if you are identified with your ego or superego, the buddhi cannot go too far. In the beginning it may try to tell you that this is wrong, you should not go there, you should not do that. But then it becomes silent. So you have to be very careful about your intelligence also. Your intelligence becomes suddenly silent. It doesn't help you. Then the ego takes over or the superego takes over. Then all your thinking, all your understanding goes according to the lines of ego. And you go ahead with it and you just don't know where you are going, what you are doing. So when we are in this place, we are decided to have a very good session of Sahajayoga. It is important for all of us to know when we go from here, how much changed are we going to be. Otherwise there's a puja, there's havan, there's this every time. And what is the progress? Within ourselves we should see. Is it as much as a little ant moves in 1 minute, or is it something much more? The progress is slow because we do not want to transform ourselves. Every moment try to see that you transform yourself. I have seen people who have been living like hippopotamus, have been living like hippopotamus. Those who are living like hyenas will remain like hyenas. They go on remaining with their own identification, feeling very happy about it, which is a very wrong thing. You have to bloom out like flowers. change yourself, transform yourself. This transformation is going to help you. This is like triggering into a new dimension of life. Unless and until this triggering shows your life has no meaning, Sahajayoga has no meaning to you. So try your level best to trigger this transformation every minute of your life. Then you will be amazed at the enrichment of life. Whatever I may try, just now I have cleared you out quite a lot, I think. I have cleared you out up and down quite a lot, isn't it? But despite that, now it is for you to keep it there. First of all, your attention, I don't think is that alright. That's why you catch on the right navi and on the liver. Attention has to be on one side. But if you go on moving your head, moving your attention, then you cannot be on nirvichara. So to keep on nirvichara, you have to keep your attention first steady. And once this steadiness is achieved, then you just have to see that you are nirvichara. Put all your thoughts in that stream of nirvichara and it will solve your problem. But transformation is definitely a positive stage where you see yourself, you call yourself, you call yourself Nirmala, then you say, oh Nirmala, now. Is this the way to look at things? Transformation is identifying yourself with that self which sees you. So that once you start identifying with that self and expressing something to this self, which is Nirmala, then you are separated. Then the transformation takes place. Because first you should see and then you should be identified with that self, so there is a transformation within yourself. Otherwise, only you will be carrying some energy within you by which you may do little miracles, you may raise Kundalini. But what about you? You will be where you were. So it is important when we come to a place like that we must not be carried away by something very outward and absolutely of no value to Sahaja. Now, in the later I will tell you how to raise your different powers. But just now I think we must decide that we will go from here absolutely transformed into a new person. May God bless you.